Little bastards, no one squats in my brew shed. They're gonna get the taste of lead tonight. Well, we're still no sorting out after the last video on the ink bird. I think that's his one or two shiny bits, and there's a bit of a giveaway because I finally got out the box the Brewmaster Edition Chronical, which is up on the table there precariously because there isn't a lot of room on the shelf. But wow, I've got a bit of space, possibly come in with a rearrangement when I'm well, not immediately. As you can see, the wall of fridges, we've got the two hop freezers down there, the fermentation fridge, that's just a box standard fridge which has got a load of rather overcarb beer that we've withdrawn from work that I keep chilled to stop it turning into bottle bombs, and then the good old Foster's fridge, which is the old beer fridge in summer, along with the little one over there. But I'm contemplating, now that we've freed up the old chest freezer and got a bigger one, that all the hops go in one chest freezer, which means one machine consuming electric rather than two, and I'll probably flog that one off and keep that one in the other shed as a backup should anything go wrong and we quickly need a freezer, which would mean I can probably stack that one on top of that one, and that one will go there. You get the idea. So that should leave a gap here if you're not going dizzy from all the wobbly cameras, which means that may live there because it's the 14-gallon jobby, not the 7, but they're not vast because the one in there is a 30 litre, and obviously this one, I don't know what that is, it's 14 US gallons, is it 54 litres or something, I can't remember. Anyway, it sat a long while. I bought it just before the Brexit vote, which is what, now 3 years ago, because I knew the old pound would get wobbly either way, and obviously certain people make advantage of currency fluctuations. So I bought it from Mr. Malt Miller, and basically it's been squirreled away for a rainy day. Anyway, I wanted the wheels because there isn't a lot of height, as you can see, between the bottom valve and the floor. I mean, the feet are a couple of inches, but I wanted wheels and the legs, and they're not cheap. Being SS Brewtech, obviously they capitalise on accessories being rather pricey, and you know I'm a tight ass, I make the Scottish look generous, and I bought them because these aren't 10 quid a piece like the original ones. And also these, now I don't know whether they've changed because I know the Malt Miller sells a different wheel, or SS Brewtech wheel now, and the original ones, there was some talk on debate on the old US forums that these, or the supplied wheels, weren't rated for moving it about when it's full. You've got 50 litres, obviously 50 kg of beer in there, plus the weight of the actual vessel. These are rated, I can't remember now, I think they're 50 a piece. They were an Amazon job. You get 2 free runners and 2 locking ones. Now obviously the other problem is I did have a set that were exactly the same as the SS Brewtech ones, but I could only get them in metric, and obviously being American it's 3/8 of an inchy winchy. So trip down my local nut and bolt specialist. I think they cost me less than £1. So we're going to transplant those on, but I decided to buy the legs. I was going to obviously do another cheapskate and try and find a piece of stainless steel stock, and my welder's knackered, or just a pain in the arse to use, so the time I weld ends on it and nuts and whatnot, finding a bit of stock that was near enough the size was going to cost me a tenner a piece. These are a tenner a piece. But Brew UK had a bit of a sale on the legs and the shelf. So I bought that along with a all grain kit, which is the Chipotle Chili Porter. So I bought that kit to do, and purchased the legs and the shelf. So I'm going to fit them there back in a whizzy wob. Well, just done them up hand tight. But, it's easier to do them with the wheels off. There's only a little M10 bolt holds them on, so we'll chuck that back on now. But they're looking alright. I had to swap the legs around, a couple of them, because they were a little bit, I think it might have been the tea break last well before dinner or something. A little bit wiggly wonky, but we managed to square it up now with a little bit of good old fashioned brute force and ignorance. Oh, there we go. It even runs better than a supermarket trolley. So square the legs up, but yeah, it gives you a vast improvement on clearance. I think there's at least a foot there now. And the only other thing I've changed at the minute is I've put a PTFE silicone tri-clamp I've took off and replaced it with a PTFE one. Oops, I dropped the bloody thing. Because it makes it easier to, now that I've got my hands, to rotate when you need to turn it. So, oh, getting too old for kneeling. You can rotate the racking arm, because the silicone ones do tend to obviously be a bit more grippy. Now if I can do this one-handed, said the vicar, it makes it a little bit easier to rotate round, because there's less friction on the PTFE ones, although they are quite a bit more money. But fortunately I've got a few. They will be available, well, when I get a web hosting sorted out, but if not, they'll probably be on Fleabay, or you can just give us a shout if you don't want to wait 6 weeks from China. And the other thing, obviously this is the big Chronicle edition, or whatever it is, Brewmaster edition. You get a bigger 3-inch tri-clamp and not the 1.5, I think, that comes with the original. So I have got to buy a reducer, because I did get this, which is the small version of that basically, but with an angled port, because the other one they do here is a nice stainless steel one that comes out and round and down, which is quite a bit of money. This is the one you get with it, just to attach your hose for your blow off, put it in a pipe, or obviously you can put something else on there if you've got a big airlock. But this is the one that comes with the other one, I think. But obviously you can, I think this is 3 or 5 psi, the blow off here, so we can do pressure transfers as well. Or I could do it with that, but there's many more accessory type versions of the 1.5-inch dry clamp as there is to this bugger, and obviously these are cheaper. The only one I have done is obviously you've seen in the previous one. Yes, not my finest hour, but that was a bit of a pig with blunt bits. Not quite central, but obviously that's for the CIP, because I weren't going to pay £45–50 for their one. And we got this as well, so we'll just hook this up. Oh, and it's so good because you can just accessorize. Ooh, get a look at that. So, what have we here? I've put a TCN cap on this one. Could just stick with the plastic ones that come with some of the accessories, but just in case you've got a little dribble. And we've got the 38mm sight glass. This one I did actually order the correct one, and they sent me the correct one. But I have 2 more now, and I've just had to pay frickin' VAT on another one. which was the 19 for the brew system. But yeah, so we've got a 38 sight glass coming from the butterfly valve into another butterfly valve, and then just a little doobly dangly hose barb, or whatever you want to do, just to reduce the velocity coming out of there, because obviously we can yeast harvest with this. Obviously we open that one up and open this one up a notch. This has got the multi, you can just see there, unlike these, although obviously you can just turn these by hand to wherever you want them, but they're either sort of lock open, lock halfway, which is your full bore, I think. Yeah, and this one gives you the option to do it in increments until you're fully open, or turn it back the other way, depending on whether you're left or right handed. And just put a little bit of pipe on there, or you could your collection vessel there to wash waste, get rid of the rubbish, and then when you get the nice stuff in there, you just shut this off and seal her up. Obviously we've got to put something else on this end as well, so you take it away, because obviously when you took this out you're just going to get a big splosh of yeast. But we have something else coming, just waiting for it to arrive. So the next bit, obviously if you've seen my other previous ones, is my homemade filter system, which comes in multiple variations to use it. I'll show you what it can do with this. So, should you still have any hop debris, bit overkill probably, but you can attach this filter system, and obviously you've seen it before. We've got the hop strainer inside, and then the last chance saloon is this 30 micron filter screen built into a PTFE gasket. And it changes that to the smallest one to do, which is 100, and just substitute that for your final filtration to go with kegging or bottling. Well, it looks like it will fit where I intended it to go, hopefully, as long as I can have this shifty round with all the fridges and freezers. So that's about it for this week, I think. Enough excitement for 1 week anyway. But oh yes, clue there to what will be coming up in a future project. Just waiting for the good folks in China, or wherever it's flying from. Nothing happens at the minute because they're obviously Chinese New Year, so China grinds to a halt for 10 days. So that's it from me, and that's it from him. Catch you on the next one.